Hey everybody, this is Kirsten here. Before we start today's podcast, I have an announcement to make. What is it? Well, this is something really, really amazing, and I'm really excited about it. I'm going to give away 3 months of free coaching to one of you. If your goal is to get fitter, leaner, build muscle, get stronger, and healthier, now this is your chance. And you heard it right. It's 100% free. 3 months of free coaching with me. It's going to be designed for you, nobody else. We're going to work together very closely. We have our meetings, we have our check-ins, all the things that my clients pay a lot of money for. So if you are interested, there's one thing that you have to do, and that is send me an email. My email is kirstenkimura@gmail.com. I will put that in the show notes and in the description as well. And send me just one word. And the word is application. When you send me this email, I receive it. I will send you the link that takes you to this application. It's very short, nothing complicated there. You'll send it back to me, and I will announce the winner on Monday, April 10th. So the applications are open until Sunday, the 9th, and the winner will be announced on Monday, the 10th of April. A couple of things you have to know. I really expect that you are very serious about this opportunity, that you are ready to invest yourself fully, all your time and energy, everything you need to do to get the result, because this is the level of commitment that I am expecting. If you're just kind of sort of maybe wanting it a little bit, then don't apply. Also, please don't apply if you're having hypothalamic amenorrhea or an eating disorder, body dysmorphia. I am not a coach for you. But if you're wanting to get fitter, leaner, stronger, healthier, all of that good stuff, then now this is your chance. So what are you waiting for? You should be already typing in my email and sending me that word application. So this is all I got for you. Now let's dive into today's episode. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Balanced Vibes podcast. I am your host, Kirsten. Today we're going to talk about two types of people who are never going to get results until they change their behaviors and their thought patterns and how they look at the whole health and fitness journey. So I think a lot of you probably are doing a lot better. You are not making excuses. You know what the right things are to do. You work with a coach already. You're getting results. This is amazing. But there are some people, and I've seen this over the however many years I have in this space already, that there are people who are always saying that they want certain outcome, they want certain results, but they're just not getting there. And it's just because their mindset is not in the right place, or sometimes it's also that they don't know what to do. So this is what we're going to discuss today. Largely, I'm going to categorize these people in like two ways. First is going to be the person who doesn't actually want to take responsibility and who is not ready for change. And the second type of people are the ones who are doing a lot of things which they think are correct, but actually aren't. So this is what we're going to dive into today. But before that, I wanted to invite you to join my Fit and Fueled Facebook group, because this is a place for like-minded women who want to get stronger, fitter, leaner, have better health. And we don't do any of the crazy diets, extreme calorie cuts, cutting out all the carbs, none of that. We are not doing it. Our approach is 100% sustainable. We're really focused on health as well. So it's never only about calories and weight loss, fat loss. It's also about maintaining good health. So if this is your goal too, you want to get more athletic, fit, lean, strong, feel confident, and without any crazy diets, then make sure that you join the group. We can have a lot of fun there. Sometimes I have giveaways. Just recently, actually, I gave away $100 to one person. So I'm doing things like that there every now and then. I'm having a good time. So make sure that you join the group. All right, so on to today's topic. So like I said, I see two types of people who never are getting results. And the first type of person is the one who's actually not ready to dive in, who's not ready to take personal responsibility and is only looking for a quick fix or somebody handing me the solution, please. Please do it for me, right? That's the approach. And honestly, I don't think too many of you are there, but maybe some of you are. And maybe for some of you, this is a little bit of like a wake up call. Oh, this is how I'm kind of behaving a little bit. So let me give you an example. When somebody reaches out to me and says, hey, I need to lose weight, I need to lose fat, but I have really bad insulin resistance. My blood sugars are all over the place, and I really don't know what to do about it. I'm really struggling. I want to lose weight. And then I tell to this person that, hey, do you mind watching a video? Because I just did a 10-minute video on this topic, and I have 5 tips that will absolutely get you going in the right path, help you regulate your blood sugar and make you feel better, and probably get your fasting blood glucose numbers down, and avoiding energy crashes, all that things that you're telling me. I have a video about it. Would you mind watching it? And when the person then says that, no, I'm not going to do it because I don't like watching videos, then this is a clear sign of, that person's not ready, actually doesn't want any help, right? Just wants to talk about it, just wants to complain, is not ready to put in any work or effort. Now, when we move on, I may ask something like, okay, do you have a workout routine? Do you do anything? Because it really helps to build more muscle mass if you have insulin resistance, and we have to work on it. And the response is, yeah, I know that, but I just don't like it. Okay. Now we don't want to do the work again, right? So we're looking for somebody else to come in and give us something. You fix it for me because I don't like to exercise. I'm not going to go on walks. I'm not gonna pick up a dumbbell. I just want to be here and complain. So you will never get results if you're doing that. And I'm even thinking, what is the result that we are expecting in this situation? Or what would be is it really like a pill or somebody coming to your house and fixing you somehow? Because this is never going to be the case. We have to take personal responsibility. And I do think that it's like nowadays, everything is supposed to be so instant, right? Every solution must be like readily available. And God forbid we have to put in some work, right? We don't want that. I'm not saying that none of us wants that, but there are just too many people who just don't want to do it. And it's just really sad because this person will never going to get results until they change their perception of the whole thing and understand that they do have a say in this. It's actually they're the only person who have a say in this. Nobody else can do it for them. Well, moving on, I may tell this person, okay, well, still trying to help, right? Let's talk about protein. How is the protein consumption? Oh, I don't like protein at all. And my question is, do you like any protein foods? I like a little bit of chicken, but nobody in my house likes chicken. And I'm eating frozen meals because they're fast. But yeah, I don't think there's much protein. Again, where are we getting here? We're not getting anywhere with this conversation because whatever is suggested is just pushed back, right? I'm not going to do this. This is hard. Also, all the people in my house, they keep buying these treats and fast foods and things that I cannot do anything. I just have to eat it because these people keep bringing the stuff in here. And my question is, do you have to participate in this? Or could you buy that one protein food that you like and batch cook that and start making sure that you're getting this with every meal? Because it really profoundly helps your blood sugar, right? A simple walk will profoundly help your blood sugar. Can you do that? If the answer is no, then I'm sorry, I cannot help you. So this is the first person who's never going to get results because they just keep pushing back, they keep making excuses. And honestly, they're probably not in a big enough trouble yet, because a lot of times what it takes is just hitting a really hard rock bottom until we realize that, holy shit, I have to do something, and nobody's coming to save me. And there is help available. It's just like, are you reaching out? Are you taking the advice? Are you using these free resources? I mean, you have the whole internet at your fingertips. You have the solutions, right? It's now that somebody has to do it, and you're the only person who can do it. All right. So, like I said, I don't think too many of you are in this category, but some people are. Now, what I see more common is the second type of person who will unfortunately not get results either, as long as they change their understanding of how the whole health and fitness thing really works. And these are the people who are not lazy people. It's actually quite the opposite. They really want that weight loss. They really want that fat loss. They really want to get in better shape, but they just don't know what the right solution is. And the really common example of that is the chronic dieter, right? The person who jumps from one diet to another, and staying each one of them, I don't know, a month or two, maybe max. And it's not their fault that they cannot stick with it any longer, because all these diets are freaking unsustainable. They will never last. And now the person is becoming more and more and more desperate. And sometimes I hear people saying, I give up, there's nothing I can do anymore. I'm so exhausted. I'm so fatigued. And then they take a little rest, and then they go on and try another diet. Some examples I shared in the previous episode. One day they may decide that they're going to eat 1,000 calories, and this stuff didn't last. And why are we surprised? Of course, it's not supposed to last. And then they take a little breather, they gain a lot of weight back, and then now it's going to be intermittent fasting. Cool, let's do that. And then 2 months in, they're like, I'm freaking exhausted. I can't do this. They lost a little bit of weight, but now it comes back. Then they're like, let me do the keto thing. And the same cycle repeats. And then they're like, well, let me do the faster way, whatever the program, that are just not sustainable and people cannot stick with because they are just too hard. And this is how the cycle continues. It goes on and on and on and on. And every time they do another diet, weight loss becomes harder. So you lost weight on your first diet when you did the crazy calorie restriction, or you did the keto, or did whatever. And the second time it got a little bit harder. And the third time it got a little bit harder. Fourth time it got a little bit harder. And continues to get harder and harder and harder because you're building up this metabolic adaptation, right? Metabolism adapts to this low calorie food that you're giving it and doesn't want to burn anymore. Metabolism gets really worn down because it's exhausted from this constant starvation. And it can also be exhausted from this constant yo-yo. You're on a diet, off your diet, on your diet, off your diet. And this is really not good for your body. And you're never going to get results until you realize that the real key to sustainable weight loss, fat loss, and getting fitter or leaner is not severe calorie deficit, actually fueling your body appropriately, doing resistance training that's actually well programmed for you. I'm not talking about the tiny little YouTube videos with a booty band where you're doing like kickbacks. This stuff does not work. So you got to get yourself some heavy weights and start resistance training, and then you start feeding your body. So this is the build-up phase that so many of my chronic dieters have to do first. I have to take them from this low calorie place, gradually build the calories up. This is all in order to heal their metabolism from the shit that they've done, right? And now when we get the metabolism up, the metabolic rate is now higher. We got to stay there for a little bit and keep feeding the body. Everything stays nice and stable. They continue to lift weights. And now they actually heal themselves. They also heal their thyroid a lot of times, adrenal, the liver. They get just overall, they have better energy, better sleep. And now the body starts to sense that, all right, I guess we're not in danger anymore. So if you now go into a moderate calorie cut in order to lose that body fat, then it's going to work. But it's not going to work if you're already so chronically over dieted. And so coming back to that type 2 person who is never lazy, it's quite the opposite. It's just doing one thing after another, becoming hopeless and miserable because she thinks nothing works. Well, this person will not get results as long as she keeps dieting. It's just the truth. So you gotta get your foundation right. You gotta understand that it's not about deprivation, starvation. It's about fueling your body, doing the right workouts, and then doing a moderate calorie cut while still maintaining, balanced plates with proteins, carbs, and fats, and no crazy behaviors around foods. So this is really the foundation. So this is what I have for you today. I hope that you found something useful from this podcast, and maybe you recognized in one of these 2 types. And like I said, you have to change your approach. You have to change your mindset. If you want to get sustainable results, keep them for good. All right, this is all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching or listening. If you found this episode helpful, please send your friends the link with this episode, and I hope they will listen as well. I will talk to you again very soon. Until then, bye-bye.